See if YouTube dings me for damn copyright. Even though it's on public radio. Oh, there was a flash. That was a good one. I don't know how good these lightning strikes at their cloud to ground are going to look with all this smoke in the air from the wildfires, but uh, hopefully some of them show up if they're cloud to ground. You dummy. That much of a hurry to get your smokes, huh? Go get them cigs. Dumb. Raylan, I'm assuming that's you watching me. You're probably watching me on the projector. That or that's you that just came in as a second viewer. Or that's your mom watching me on Facebook. Or that's you watching me on Facebook. Or it's Ken. Or it's Josh. There we go. Now it's starting to come down. Yeah, drainage systems are going to have issues. Who's ever watching, if you can type and tell me, and it has to be through YouTube, can you hear my radio on the video? Because if you can, I need to turn the radio down. So way I don't get dinged for copyright. I'm assuming that when I'm driving, it's not such a big deal because you probably just hear the rain over the radio. But when I'm sitting still like this and not talking, I'm sure you probably can hear it. Come on, you were so enlightening, and now I put the spotlight on you, and you won't throw lightning? What the hell? Hi, Josh. I see you. So I'm assuming it's Josh, Raylan, and Kenton watching me right now, because that would make the most sense. Josh, can you hear my radio or no? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Josh. I'm worried about the breakup. Because if the atmosphere can reload, that's what's going to cause the main event to go off like a bang, like they're expecting. If it continues like what I'm driving through, the atmosphere will stay pretty stable, and only thing we'll have to worry about is lightning, thunder, and rain, maybe some wind. But if the atmosphere gets to be able to cook, then we got ourselves a problem. And now that I'm saying that, I kind of sort of see some blue sky kind of above me. So yeah, I think there's a real chance that the main event can actually happen, unfortunately. Which means 6 to 8 o'clock tonight, I think is what the timing was. We really, really, really need to be paying attention. I'd even go as far as say 6 to 10. I wouldn't say tornado outbreak. I'm more expecting a derecho. I think it's going to be a lot of straight line winds. I think storms are going to gather together on the cold front. I haven't been able to look at the radar yet, so I don't know if the main event's kicked off in Michigan yet, because it's supposed to kick off there, cross the lakes, go through Erie first, and then progress across the state. And my prevailing theory is that it's going to start out individual cells in Michigan, but I feel like it's going to turn into a squall line, and it's going to be a pretty potent one, and it's going to turn into a derecho event. So that in itself could be just as bad, if not worse, than a tornado, because derechos are over a very widespread, very long track, and leaves a lot of damage in their wake. So I'm not expecting tornadoes per se for an outbreak as much as I am expecting a derecho event potential. I think the derecho event potential is definitely higher than tornado potential. Yeah, I'm seeing blue sky above me. That's not good. Oh, it's getting bright out. I don't like it. Yeah, Tiff called me. So I interrupted the camera feed. Yeah, see, that's the part I'm worried about, Josh. That's the part I'm definitely worried about, the wind. I'm not worried about tornadoes. I'm worried about the wind. Just general wind is what I'm worried about. I think probably the closer you get towards Erie, because they got the influence of the lake, and then like Philadelphia area, the tornado magnets for the day. I think everybody in between is going to get a big wind bag. Now, I'm not chasing today. I just happened to be out during it storming, and it was throwing a lot of lightning. So I was going to hopefully get a video of all the lightning. Thought it was going to put on a show, and here we are, and there's like no rain now, and there's no lightning, and the sky's getting a little light and blue. So yeah, that kind of like went over like a wet fart in an elevator. That little puppy's cute. Come on. You dumbass. Yeah, that's why I'm worried about the wind event, Josh, is because the whole atmosphere is moving at a really fast rate, and if it generates that energy down to the surface, we're in trouble. Well, that's because we don't normally get the atmosphere to move like that above us. This is like Midwest setup, but over Pennsylvania. This is kind of a little unusual. You are aware that the entire state's an enhanced risk of severe weather today, right? Like, it's literally an all hazards weather day. And if I remember correctly, Raylan said that they were talking about taking the enhanced risk and actually bumping it up to the moderate, which is level 4. Yeah, there's 5 levels, right? As high as 5. So yeah, moderate would be level 4. Thunderstorm watch isn't out of the possibility. Yeah, that 60% is unheard of for us. We were in a 45%, which was unheard of. I don't think I've ever actually seen a 60% chance of a wind damage profile. Now not in Pennsylvania anyhow. That's like some stuff that you hear out of Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, places like that. We had the Weather Channel on last night. They had the local on the 8s on, and they were, I guess they don't call it local on the 8s. They did the local forecast, and in the local forecast, it had tornadoes in the local forecast. I have never in my life have ever heard the Weather Channel give us a local forecast actually call for tornadoes, like actually outright. Oh, it looks like the atmosphere is starting to reload the moisture, and it's starting to hang in the air again. Now the question is, do we get the sun to cook it? I'm expecting Ryan to go live today, so just be aware of that. Heck, he might already be live. Yeah, it's really humid here too. We got 70 degrees that I have in the car right now here in Watsontown. All that humidity that you're feeling, that is thunderstorm fuel. Yeah, the thing with the temperature is that it's probably just going to stay tampered down. But we're kind of like we're flirting on that edge to where it's just enough to cook the atmosphere. Like, it's almost like putting a pot of water on stove and then just minimally turning on the stovetop. It's just enough to get bubbles going. Yeah, you're probably hearing the radio now because there's no rain. So it's not drowning it out anymore. Honestly, the only reason why I got the radio on is in case they throw out a severe weather alert. '82 in Williamsport makes sense because considering the fact that you're in a bigger town, You get the heat island effect. Can you still hear it, Josh? I turned it down. Oh, now it's getting really bright out. Don't be worried, Josh. Dad's got a plan of action. Don't worry. Well, I can officially say the sun's out. I can't see it, but I can tell that it's like right above my driver's side door. It's out. I don't know if this is smoke or if this is humidity or a mixture of the two that I'm looking at. Probably a mixture. Is it still smoky up there on the mountain? Or is the smoke letting up? I bet you the smoke was really bad on top of the mountain. Really? It was really bad down here in Montgomery. I was in Quakerstown on Thursday, and it smelled like a damn chimney down there. Ken, I can't really see all of that question, but if you're asking if the smoke's going to play a role in the storms today and how bad they're going to be, the answer is going to be yes. Short answer, more smoke equals less powerful storms. So while the smoke in itself is a bad thing for health, it's a really good thing to keep storms tapered down. The good news is, too, once these storms, the main event, blows through tonight, not only does it scour out the humidity, but it scours out all the smoke with it. So it won't be smoky anymore. Things will look normal again. So, bright side to the weather. There's a deer in the field. And if you guys are, I would tell you to be careful. Watch any streams that you're near. If you guys are camped near a stream, be aware of it. And if you see it's going up, you need to tell somebody because they're not playing around today. They're saying that the storms, when they tap into the moisture, it's going to wring it out like a sponge. So, which means it's going to dump a lot of water at a lot less rate of time. So flash flooding is a very real thing today. So if you even think that the water is coming up, you need to say something. Because it might just be the difference between being safe and being in danger. All right. Oh, there's Shadow. All right, we're done. Talk to you later.